Hello everyone and welcome back. After such a horrible day yesterday, I decided I'll take today a little bit easier and go around the city looking for some spots that at least I can maybe try something with. Behind me is the Royal Exhibition Building. It's one of the more famous buildings in Melbourne, and behind it is another museum, but I don't think I'll be doing any photos for that one. Now, I've seen my friend do a photo of this place with a long focal length, maybe say along that way or so, all the way towards the building, but I don't know how that's going to work. And as you can see, look at this photo behind me. It was kind of a blue sky this morning, but I don't know why all of a sudden the foggy sky, the fog, all the humidity just rose up and shot up like a rocket. It's really foggy right now, which is coincidentally kind of how I feel, because yesterday was just an absolute disaster, and honestly, I don't have good feelings about today either. So I'm gonna look around, maybe see if I can shoot anything, you know, special. Honestly, I can't doubt it, but yeah, I'll look around and I'll see you in a setup. Right, so I've walked around a little bit and I found this place. I don't know how good it's going to look, but I feel like with the trees here and the building right behind that, with a 135mm with a bit of compression, it would look decent. However, with this kind of weather in mind, I am not really that confident, but I do want a vintage color tone, you know, as most of these photos under this kind of weather is. Probably will look good, but I don't know. Let's try it out. All right, here we have the first proper shot of the day. This is by no means anything, you know, difficult or complicated. It's just that the joints, they are a little bit loosened up. I have no idea why. I'll try fixing them at the hotel, but I don't have my hopes up high, honestly. They are really hard to fix without proper tools. Anyway, let's take a look at what I'm using. 7200 at around 85mm, shooting a portrait orientation, looking slightly upwards. I originally wanted to use 100-ish or so, but I wanted to get the leaves up top and, well, doesn't seem like it, right? So 70mm, a little bit around between, 85 should do the trick. With 3 lights, 1 tube light over there, I think that's a main light source, and 2 panel lights in front. They are a little bit harder to control compared to flashes under this kind of weather, because I do want to overpower everything. Luckily, there's no wind, everything is, well, relatively stable, so I can afford to stack a lot of things. I think everything's set up pretty well. I just don't know how the shot's gonna do, so let's take a look at that. Editing me, add some thoughts. All right, I'd say good enough. I'd probably change her out and prepare her for another shot down the road. I just don't know if I can actually get the place there, because security is a bit of a bitch. Anyway, let's go on to changing. So I didn't bother filming myself changing stuff because I just didn't feel like it. It was really cold and I just want to get over it as quickly as possible. Now, I'm done with the Royal Exhibition Building. Now I'm heading towards another cathedral. It's down like all the way there, and it's close to the Parliament Building. So I'm going to make a slight detour over there first, then the Parliament Building. Hopefully can actually get something there. But, you know, the photo just now wasn't that good either. It's at most a filler shot, if anything. I don't even know I'll edit it or not, but it's a trip photo. Honestly, I shouldn't be this harsh on myself, but you know what I do anyway. So let's keep going. First stop, cathedral. Let's go. After the cathedral, I've arrived at the Parliament building. Now, I went up there, asked one of the staff, and they basically gave me a bullshit answer. So if the security doesn't like it or if it's inappropriate, then they will escort you off the premises, which kind of bullshit. Thank you very much. Basically give me no answer for that. But as you can see right behind me, there are people sitting on the stairs. There is someone taking wedding photos, so that is definitely commercial. If they come over to me and say, oh, you can't do that, that's commercial photography, I have that. So this is video proof, and hopefully I don't need to use this because I plan to shoot maybe up there with a 24, 28mm in the corner, so I'm not in everyone's way. Either way, I'm gonna go for some B-roll and then let's go for the setup. Here we have the second shot of the day. Thankfully, nobody's here to stop me. A lot of people did look at me. The cops were looking at me like some sort of freak, but thankfully nobody said anything, so I got this entire thing set up. God damn, the tram behind me is really loud. Anyway, let's take a look at what I'm using. 15-35 at 28mm, f3.5 to around 4.0 for a little bit of control of the background. I want a little bit less bokeh to see what's behind me, instead of just blurring that with f2.8. 3 lights as usual, one light on top of my bag, one light on top of my camera, the other light over here, giving that a bit control over the face. However, with how overcast it is today, I'm honestly not too concerned about how it is. Landscape orientation, originally I wanted to use portrait, and I'm trying to avoid using big tripods as much as possible because it attracts too much attention, and I think this is a pretty good way about it. All right, that's about it, so let's take a look at the shot. I would say it looks decent, even looks pretty good on the camera screen. I probably will crop it into 16:9 or 16:10 and leave it be with kind of a vintage filter. All right, time to pack up and move on. Brilliant, this place is done. Old Treasury Building finally got me a good photo. I think it's the best one out of everything in this trip so far. But anyway, I'm planning to go to the Old Treasury Building down the road there. It's like 2 minutes of walking away, so I'm not particularly concerned. It's just that it's going to be the same thing over again. I'm not too sure if I should do it or not. Maybe there's something special, but I honestly don't know. Anyway, I'm probably going to grab some more photos of this place myself and then head down, but first maybe lunch, maybe a break, but I'm not sure. Either way, I'll see you later. So this is the Old Treasury Building, and if I were to be honest with you, probably not going to shoot here because it's just the same thing but worse. So I have the outfit on right now. It's black and white and a bit grey, which works with a whitish greyish background, but with a brown one, absolutely not. It's just blend in and just doesn't look good. I probably am gonna just end the day here or something, or if I do find something else later in the day, I'll shoot that because I do have one more spare outfit in there, or I could just not do anything about it and just use the same thing because sometimes I do that. But anyway, I will probably see you at the next spot because I really need to go in because it's really freezing cold, get some lunch and take a break. I'll see you in a bit. So, it's been so cold, I've forgotten my own plans basically. So, this is Fitzroy Gardens and I plan to come here after lunch for today. Completely forgot that because it's just so cold and I really do want to go back to the hotel. Anyway, this garden, it's not really anything special, but I know there's a little, what do you call that? Like a place with plants, it's warm, what was that, a glass house, something like that, and also a miniature village thing. I know you can't go in, but I still do want to see it because it looks pretty cool. So, hopefully I get something in here. I probably can get something if there's enough flowers, but as usual, I don't have my hopes exactly that high. Anyway, let's go look around, and if anything, I'll see you during the setup. Alright, so I just came out of the park and as I expected, nothing really that special. So I'm just going to leave early, head down to a place called the Grave Street. It's a place with a lot of cafes, a lot of coffees, like it's along a lane, so I think it's pretty cool. And also Royal Arcade, which is the Strand in Sydney, but kind of worse in a way. Anyway, I am probably just going to do some B-roll over there, do some like selfie shots and all that. Not going to speak about anything and probably just head back to the hotel early because honestly, I'm really tired. So I'll probably see you back at the hotel room. Hello, me again. I'm back at the hotel room because I'm just done with today. Today was at least somewhat more successful compared to yesterday. The one last week, remember that one? The one I got kicked out, I couldn't do photos, and the night photos were just plain out, flat out horrible. That one. So I was at least able to do some photos in this morning, given that they weren't very good, but at least I didn't get kicked out or, you know, get escorted politely off the premises by some police. In fact, they were pretty nice, so I don't really want to say anything bad about it. Anyway, today was okay. I went home early and I don't know if you can hear, I am a little bit sick and I actually got injured around the bottom of my leg and I can't really walk that fast, at least for the few days up ahead. So I'm going to take things easy and probably going to sit out some parts of Melbourne. But if I were to be honest with you, a lot of it is just the same thing, but just worse compared to Sydney. The Royal Arcade is just the Strand, but worse. Not to discredit the Strand, I actually like it a lot, but if it's something that's not that good, and Melbourne has something that's worse in a lot of ways, then I don't think it's very good. So today I was actually working with a half, I wouldn't say broken, more like malfunctioning body. One of the screws in the hip joint, the modified ones, wink wink, was very loose. So loose to the fact that the cap actually slid off the thing. Luckily, I was having everything covered up and she was wearing like something like pants, so nothing fell out. I was really concerned when I picked it out on the bed because, you know, nothing slides off, and I finally could spot it in a corner of a pillow. Luckily, I didn't drop it, but anyway. With that being said, I was working with a half malfunctioning body, a non-functional mindset, and under pretty cold weather. It was like 4 degrees 5 degrees throughout the entire morning, so you get the point. Thank you very much for watching to the very end of this absolutely horrible video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Melbourne, and I will see you next time. Lemon out.